Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Super Size Me. Now, as you know, Super Size Me is a 2004 documentary film that was directed and starred Morgan Sherlock, who was the iconic face of Super Size Me, where he ate nothing but McDonald's for 30 days, for a whole month. And I can see where the film is trying to say is don't eat too much, but at the same time, it seems like it's trying to point the finger at the wrong person. I think what I can see what Morgan Sherlock was trying to say is that McDonald's is a bad company, and also that their foods are extremely unsafe. I think looking back at McDonald's and my own personal experience dealing with being upset, miserable, and depressed is sometimes people are kind of sometimes used to their ways and kind of used to fat and greasy foods. And sometimes people usually have fast foods as a coping mechanism. And throughout the 30 days, we do see him following the rules of his planned experiment, where he must eat 3 McDonald's meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Also, he must supersize the meal if offered, but he cannot request to supersize on his own. And I can see, well, yeah, he has the right intentions, but it kind of seems like most of the stuff he's trying to say is pointing the finger at the wrong person. And it seems like, yeah, from most of the stuff he shows, this seems to be incorrect, or him trying to make it seem like he's the good guy. Because one, when it kind of seems like there's a McDonald's ice cream with hair in it, I wouldn't be surprised if he put it in there to prove his point. And when he showed a sort of McDonald's meal that kind of looked a bit out in the sun, it kind of seems like he left it out there just to make it look like it was bad. And I know throughout the film that he does kind of point out about the schools serving unhealthy meals, but really, schools I know most schools do it as a cheaper and kind of a more way to save money. And it also kind of seems like as well, when he does try to point out about children using the money to kind of get soda and not kind of paying for their education, really, children are kind of used to soft drinks, and sometimes, yeah, when you got things like Coke, Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, most kids have sweet tooths and are kind of used to a quick pick-me-up. And it seems like most of the stuff he says is either incorrect or just not really knowing what he was saying. Because, one, Ray Kroc did not found McDonald's, the McDonald's brothers did. Also, it was kind of stated that Baskin died at 51, while in reality he died at 54. And one, when it kind of seemed like Jared Fogle mentioned he lost a lot of weight on Subway, really, Subway has much calories and fat as McDonald's. Again, Jared Fogle did some exercises there and there, but again, there's no way you can kind of lose that weight with a Subway diet. And really, it kind of seems like the most of the people Morgan meets tries to make it seem like McDonald's is throwing the advertisement, the kind of commercials, the toys, but in reality, it's just how marketing is done. Sometimes you've got to kind of sort of spruce things up, show it to the kids, and sometimes parents usually take their kids to McDonald's now and again, and sometimes people are usually depressed or kind of set in their ways and kind of prefer fast foods, but take things too much. I know in America they do supersize and that, but it's important not to kind of stay at the same course, but also be careful what you eat too much. I can kind of see where the Kim Possible episode Grande Size Me was meant to point out the flaws of Morgan Stark's plan, because one, we did kind of see how Ron was used to Braino Nacho and was kind of annoyed that he had to take health class and wanted to prove Kim and Barkin wrong that he would eat nothing but Braino Nacho from now on. Not only did we kind of see Ron end up kind of putting himself at risk, but also we did see Barkin and even Kim concerned and cared for what happened to Ron. One, Barkin was actually showing the class how dangerous Ron's plan was, and you can tell Kim makes some justifiable points that what he's doing isn't healthy for him or for the both of them. And I think this is where I think Morgan Sherbert was doing the same with his girlfriend, because what he was doing was stupid and dangerous, and it wasn't going to be the best for his girlfriend, who was a vegan chef, for the both of them. It just kind of seems like Morgan Sherbert tries to make it seem like fast food companies are bad, even though sometimes people overindulge on them, try to kind of get set in their ways, and sometimes people are either depressed, upset, or kind of dealing with their own personal problems, and sometimes turn to comfort food. I think, well, yeah, Super Size Me has the right ideas. It just kind of seems like he's making it seem like he's the good guy, and seems like every company is the monster, even though sometimes that's not always going to be the case. I would say Morgan Sherlock is like the American Jamie Oliver, where he has good intentions. He tries to make himself seem like he's the good guy when he partly is, but isn't. I think, well, Super Size Me has the right intentions and does kind of show that, well, Morgan Sherlock's plan was a road to hell paved with good intentions. It's just kind of sad to see the man put his health at risk just to make some points. So I think this film definitely deserves a thumbs down. Well, not the greatest. You can kind of tell his heart was in the right place. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.